Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Are you doing great? Are you having fun today? Love conquers all, did you know that? Well, I figured it'd be safe to put that title up on YouTube because I figured they'd be sure to love for me to say that I'm wrong, and I figured it's the safest way to have the video up because I thought even maybe, hey, for once, maybe I'll try to clickbait people. Maybe they'll actually come because it's like that Pray for Us with me and the dog had a lot of views, and I was like, is that bad? Because I thought it's because everybody was really excited that something bad happened to me or to my beloved dog down there. That's kind of what I think. So I figured I just put I was wrong about COVID because I was in the masks. Technically I was wrong, but I was going to entitle this video "You're in a COVID cult." But that's okay. We'll leave it like this instead because it might just make it that much safer for the video to stay up so you can see this for yourself. Here we are at the CDC. Now look, pardon me while I burst. This is the this is the data, this is the table. Association between state issued mask mandates and changes in COVID 19 case and death growth rates in the United States, December 31st, 2020. All new data, all updated. Time relative to day state mask mandate was implemented. 41 days before, 0%, 0.08, case growth rates, death growth rates. You see these two? So 41 to 60 days before they were implemented, 0.0 case growth, negative 0.8 death growth rates. Then they started implementing the masks and the state mandates and all that shit. So here's 81 to 100 days after today's state mask mandate and that was implemented. So 81 to 100 days after the state mask mandate was implemented, case growth rates negative 1.8%, death growth rates negative 1.9%. So I was wrong. I guess the masks do work. They make a 1 to 2 percent difference. So excuse me. You're on a sinking ship. You got two life preservers to pick. One gives you a 1 to 2% chance of surviving. One gives you 100%. Which one are you going to take? How about this? To decrease exposure and reduce the transmission of COVID-19 or COVID-2, blah, blah, community mitigation policies such as state-issue mask mandates and prohibition of on-premises restaurant dining have the potential to slow the spread of COVID-19. There's even another table I'm going to put this below so you can see it for yourself. The masks have a potential to work. 1 to 2%, people. I just read on a headline the other day that they're not allowing people to scream on theme park rides out there in California outside. One of my dear comedians on my show, she went out to a show and I hate it but she has been very amazing. She has been very supportive, very caring, very appreciative, very encouraging to me and my show. But she loves this stuff. Promotes the mask. She was out on camera. Well, she was even on camera, but she was out doing a live comedy show. Was the last weekend or the weekend before, and she was excited. You know what? Hold on just a second. You have got to see this. Oh, never mind. I changed my mind. Look. She's out there in rubber gloves. They're all masked up outside. You're doing that. You're not allowing people in hospitals to see their loved ones because they're not masked up. You can't fly if you're not masked up. You pretty much get judged and called a witch if you're not masked up. All for a right from the CDC itself, people. A 1 to 2% chance, 1 to 2% increase at best of protection. 1 to 2%. That's the best they could show you. That's even cooked, just like the COVID numbers are. 500,000 deaths. Well, yeah, of course, when you're counting gunshot wounds and people falling off cliffs and all this shit, that's even with their cooked numbers, man. 1 to 2%. So you're going to take a vaccine You're going to take a vaccine too. There's people on here that, oh man, I don't even like my mom, and I wouldn't want her to get that vaccine. There are people on here that are calling themselves our planetary defense commander that are all about their mother getting the vaccine for something that at worst case scenario has a 97% that's been telling you and pleading and saying you need to wear your mask, you need to wear your mask, while he is a fat ass. I'm not trying to be mean, because did you know that 78% of all COVID deaths and hospitalizations are, now we're going to get this, hold on. CDC study finds about 78%, get out of here, ooh, get out of here. CDC study finds about 78% of people hospitalized for COVID were overweight or obese. About 78% who have been hospitalized, needed a ventilator, or died. Everybody, almost 8 out of 10 people have been overweight or obese. And that guy, obese, that guy is fat dude. I'm not trying to be an asshole. But you're out here telling me, judging me, telling me I need to wear a mask when I go out. A 1 or 2% difference, while you, 8 out of 10 of you that get hospitalized or killed by this thing are fat. That guy walks around and he breathes heavy. I'm not making fun of you if you're fat. I'm not making fun of you if you're out of shape. All I'm doing is saying, hey, if you're that way and you're pushing a mask on me, get ready for me to say something right back to you. How about they do this? Okay, COVID's that. If you're so scared and you want your mom to even get the vaccine, mandatory exercise, motherfuckers. Mandatory exercise every day. Well, I don't do I kind of do. I'm out there walking the dog 3 times a day. Up and down these stairs, going down into that studio, and then plus I exercise myself in the gym 3 days a week, have since 2015, because I said, you know what? Shit's coming. I've got a house to protect. I'm going to take this shit seriously. So here's the thing. That's why I got pissed off about this shit. And I'm not trying to make fun or brag or anything. You know how I play the god Cupid? I look like the Greek god. Well, his Greek god's named Eros, then Roman is Cupid. You take my shirt off, you take off that shirt. I almost did that just for fun and for an episode one time. Because I ain't got 10 overhand pull-ups right now. You're going to tell me I need a mask? We're going to put a pull-up bar, 10 overhand pull-ups right now. If you can't, I'm going to berate you until you are crying. Because you started this. That's why I've been at this shit for a year. I've not worn a mask one time in anywhere. Because this whole place knows. This whole place knows. It comes up to me and even says anything, it's just never gonna, they'll never be the same after. And for one, I'm not going to go along with this, because I told you all this was going to happen. I showed you Trump means judgment. I shown you one of the things that the judgment means is the 4 horsemen. I showed you that one of those horses are pestilence, which is an epidemic. So you are not going to tell me to protect myself against some disease that you told me wasn't going to exist 3-4 years ago when I said it was. This is no, it doesn't exist. I could protect myself against what? It doesn't exist. 1 to 2%. So y'all motherfuckers, come to me. Come to me, please. That's what these clowns on here afraid to go in a grocery store and look down. And get out of here. Get out of here. Oh. See, that's what happens when you got true love. True unconditional love inside you. The love for the family above. Because you ain't got nothing to fear. All these Christians, I know Christians go to church, push the Bible, you're wearing a mask. You ain't got nothing to fear. You got the armor of God on. What is the matter with you? Oh, that's right, because like the Quran says, you don't really believe, because the majority of these people say they believe, but behind closed doors, they do not. And the fact that you walk out there and you know people who go to church, who read the Bible, are terrified of this shit, wearing a mask, just like my mom. I'm not afraid to die. That's what she told me as I started saying this shit all those years ago. Puts the mask on, stands outside with the mask on. Then take the mask off. I don't want to give it to anybody else. You haven't been proven to have anything. So you say this shit in front of me like in Walmart. I'm going to let everyone know you got chlamydia, you got gonorrhea, you got AIDS, you got something. Love conquers all. What have you done for love today? Had a fun, true rant like me? Feels good.